This podcast is brought to you by Procter and Associates, unveiling history since 1692. When you need quality in times of uncertainty, think Procter and Associates. Because, let's be honest, reputation matters when you're dealing with history. Welcome back, dear listeners, to Echoes Unveiled, Navigating Hysteria Through Time, Episode 1. Where echoes of hysteria travel across time. Hi, I'm John Proctor, your guide through history, and today we will embark on an exploration of mass hysteria, drawing inspiration from Arthur Miller's timeless piece, The Crucible, from which you might recognize me. During our discussions, we'll be joined by experts, witnesses, and scholars who illuminate the intricate patterns of society. As we unravel and examine mass hysteria, we will see how that primal force continues to cast its shadow into human experiences, not only affecting the lives of our great-grandparents, grandparents, and parents, but also affecting our lives. Many of you may recognize my name or even know who I am because I'm from the historic town of Salem, where the echoes of the past are still heard within our weekly episodes. As your guide on this journey through the ups and downs of history, and let's be honest, there are more downs than there are ups, but I invite you to join me in unveiling the secrets that lie beneath the surface and unraveling hysteria to understand why societies time and time again succumb to irrationality. So in the shadows of Salem, where history is somehow intertwined with the present, we will ponder the following question. Why do societies throughout history continue to act and to react irrationally in times of fear and panic? So buckle up, dear listeners, as we embark on an expedition into the heart of the unknown. And because this is not just a podcast, it's a journey. Imagine it like a roller coaster, but instead of the loops, we'll navigate through the loops of history, exploring the corners where the shadows play and the secrets linger. Now, let's delve deeper into the exploration of mass hysteria. Joining us to unravel the intricate threads of this phenomenon is Dr. Robert Hawthorne, an expert in mass psychology.
Thank you, John. It's crucial to recognize that mass hysteria often finds its roots in the fear of the unknown, a collective need, political manipulation. The Crucible, a masterpiece by Arthur Miller, masterfully captures these elements, and regrettably, we witness echoes of its narrative in various historical events. Consider the McCarthy era in the 1950s, where the fear of communism engulfed the United States. Similar to the Crucible, this period we saw rampant accusations, unfounded allegations, and lives and careers ruined under the guise of protecting the nation. Innocent individuals suspected of being communist sympathizers face severe consequences.
Absolutely, Dr. Hawthorne. The parallels are striking, and it emphasizes the enduring relevance of the Crucible's cautionary tale. Now, let's shift our focus to a first-hand account of the hysteria. Joining us is Mary Warren, a pivotal figure in the Crucible. Mary, can you share your experiences with us?
It was a nightmare, John. In the play and in reality, people turned on each other, driven by fear and paranoia. Truth became a causality of the chaos. In my own community, during the satanic panic in the 80s, I witnessed a similar frenzy. Innocent individuals faced accusations of unspeakable acts based on sensationalized stories and misinformation. Lives were shattered, and justice was sacrificed at the altar of panic.
Thank you, Mary, for sharing those poignant reflections. It's really disheartening to see how history repeats itself time and time again. Mary, once again, I just want to thank you so much for all your valuable insight.
Oh my God, of course, anytime. Thank you for having me.
Hope to have you back on our podcast for the next episode. Now, let's explore the transformative power of the crucible. Does this literary work hold the capacity to reshape perspectives? To provide insight into this, we turn to our historian, Professor Edward Miller.
Indeed, John, the Crucible serves as a timeless cautionary tale, urging society to question and resist blind conformity. Arthur Miller, through his lens on the Salem witch trials, prompts us to contemplate the broader implications of unchecked powers and the dangers of succumbing to paranoia. It's not just a historical account, it's a minor reflecting the potential consequences and surrendering reason to fear. Consider the enduring impact of the Crucible in shaping perspectives. Beyond its historical context, the play resonates with contemporary audiences, forcing us to confront the consequences of mass hysteria in different forms. The relevance extends to moments like the Satanic Panic, McCarthyism, and even modern instances of societal panic driven by misinformation.
Professor Miller, your insights highlight the enduring relevance of the crucible and really shows how it serves as a beacon guiding us through the darker side of history, and really just cautioning us against the true consequences that come with collective hysteria, because as we've seen from our witnesses and our experts, hysteria can have really damaging effects on a society. And it has, and we see that it continues to have. So that's why I really just want to thank you again, Professor Miller, because your insights on the crucible really resonate with the audience, with me, and with a lot of people out there, I'm sure. Because it's like Arthur Miller really cracked open a time capsule that's still spitting out the truth. Because the Salem witch trials weren't really just some dusty old history lesson. They're a mirror reflecting our knack for spiraling into chaos when fear takes the wheel. Now, your words really got me thinking how we can connect this to an even more recent event. So let's delve deep into the Y2K hysteria as a fascinating instance where, despite the supposed enlightenment of the late 20th century, we found ourselves, well, on the brink of panic. The fear of global technological collapse sent ripples through societies. With crazy scenarios and survivalist preparations becoming a norm, this moment, Professor Miller, echoes the same patterns of hysteria we witnessed in the Salem witch trials. This is a collective apprehension of the unknown, exasperated by a lack of understanding and fueled by the flames of uncertainty and really driven by fear. It's really astonishing if you think about it, because we've all danced this dance before, heard this song before, yet the rhythm of hysteria seems to be ingrained in our DNA. The lessons from the Salem witch trial, though vivid, appear to be fleeting in the face of new fears. I think we can even apply this to what happened in the pandemic. Because think about it, this pandemic, which really we should be calling an infodemic, fueled by misunderstanding, fear, panic, even irrationality, became an unexpected stage for the literal reenactment of historical patterns, echoing the very essence of the crucible itself. The fear of the unknown, much like the specter of witchcraft in Salem, became a pervasive force that really just made societies worldwide go mad. This fear, fueled by the invisible nature of the virus itself, and often by contradictory information, unfolded as a very harsh reminder that the dance with hysteria is still being danced by many. So the panic buying frenzy during the initial stages of the pandemic really mirrored the irrational action seen in historical episodes of mass hysteria. I won't keep you guys on this, but just think about it. Empty supermarket shelves were not caused by the viral contagion, but with the weight of collective anxiety, became very symbolic of our desperate attempts to assert control in an uncontrollable situation. As we conclude our exploration for today, I want to express a really great thank you to our guests, Dr. Hawthorne, Mary Warren, and Professor Miller, for sharing their expertise and personal experiences with us. Don't forget to join us for our next episode, Echoes of the Past, where we continue unraveling mysteries from our history, but with new guest stars. And not to spoil it or anything, but we will be talking about poets and about poetry in the Puritan era in early America played a significant role in expressing religious fervor, moral values, and anxieties that were prevalent in society.